Brandon Grach has become one of boxing's most talked about rising contenders, a fighter whose professional record of 21 bouts with 19 wins, 14 by knockout, and only 2 razor-close decision losses tells the story of talent sharpened by discipline, rather than hype. And as he heads into his pivotal clash on the 20th, the boxing world is buzzing over whether this will be the moment he breaks into true world title contention. Grach's journey began at just 12 years old in a modest neighborhood gym where he outworked everyone, staying after practice to perfect footwork, throw endless jabs, and shadow box until sweat covered the floor, habits that built the hybrid style fans see today: European footwork to control distance, Mexican head movement to slip pressure, and sharp American-style combination punching to overwhelm opponents. A mix that makes him unpredictable and almost impossible to neutralize. His left hook to the body has crumpled durable veterans. His overhand right lands like a hammer capable of changing a fight in a split second. And his stiff jab does more than just score points. It breaks rhythm, sets up every other weapon in his arsenal, and frustrates opponents from the opening bell. What truly sets Grach apart, though, is composure under fire. While many young fighters tense up under pressure, Brandon stays calm, smiling through heated exchanges and adjusting tactics mid-round with the poise of a seasoned champion. Insiders describe his training camp as brutal and precise rope before dawn to build limitless stamina, explosive mid-drills in the afternoon to sharpen speed and timing, punishing sparring rounds at night against heavier punchers to test his chin and defensive reflexes, and late-night film study where he rewinds opponent footage frame by frame, searching for the smallest flaws to exploit, all guided by a team that praises his obsession with growth, noting how each fight adds new wrinkles to his game: sharper counterpunching, smoother pivots, better defensive responsibility, and more patient shot selection that makes him dangerous from round 1 through round 12. After starting his career with 15 straight wins, Grach suffered a narrow split decision loss to a rugged pressure fighter who forced him to adapt under fire. But instead of sulking, he rebuilt himself, addressing weaknesses in inside fighting and conditioning, then returned with back-to-back statement victories. First a late knockout of a veteran known for toughness, then a dominant unanimous decision over a ranked contender where he controlled every moment with his jab and ring generalship, proving that his potential wasn't hype but reality. Now the stakes couldn't be higher. A decisive win on the 20th pushes him directly into the world title conversation. While a loss could stall momentum in a division packed with dangerous contenders, analysts are divided. Some predict he'll press early for another highlight reel finish. Others expect him to stay patient, box behind his jab, and break his opponent down over 12 rounds. This is where you, the fans, come in. Do you think Brandon's speed and timing will overwhelm his opponent before the midway point? Or will this turn into a tactical chess match testing his adaptability like never before? And if a knockout comes, which weapon delivers it? His sledgehammer overhand right, his whip-crack left hook to the liver, or that disciplined jab that sets everything up like a surgeon's scalpel? Drop your predictions and favorite moments from his previous bouts in the comments, because the real beauty of boxing isn't just in the punches thrown but in the conversations and debates among the people who love the sport. And Brandon Grach gives us plenty to talk about: his high knockout ratio, his ability to switch seamlessly from boxer to puncher, his calm ring presence that reminds many of the greats, and his relentless drive to improve every single camp. Fans respect Brandon not just for his performances but for his character. No trash talk, no manufactured drama, just pure respect for the sport and the people who support him. A humility rare in today's loud fight culture that has earned him a loyal following who see him as the real thing, not a hype job. Meanwhile, his strength and conditioning team says he's added rotational power and core explosiveness to this camp, giving more snap to every punch, which means his already impressive knockout power could be even more dangerous come fight night. Every time he steps into the ring, he levels up. Better defense, cleaner angles, sharper shot selection, and an instinct to finish when his opponent is hurt, making him a threat from round 1 to the final bell. As fight night approaches, one thing is certain: whether Grach wins by knockout, dominates on points, or faces adversity we haven't yet seen. This bout may be remembered as the moment a rising star truly became a force, a fighter who combines humility with hunger, skill with savagery, and raw talent with the kind of relentless work ethic that defines champions. So don't blink when the bell rings on the 20th, because you might be watching the birth of boxing's next big name. And whatever happens, one thing is guaranteed: Brandon Grach never disappoints the fans who tune in to see him fight. TBA is more than just 3 letters on a fight poster. It represents the mystery surrounding one of boxing's most intriguing prospects, a fighter whose record, skill set, and relentless drive are beginning to capture the imagination of fans, who wonder if they're watching the early rise of a future champion. With 18 professional bouts under his belt, 16 wins, 11 by knockout, and only 2 narrow decision setbacks that taught him more than any victory could, this young contender is heading into his next clash with something to prove, even if the opponent hasn't yet been officially announced. Known for fast hands, sharp timing, and a jab that doubles as a power punch, TBA isn't a one-dimensional knockout artist but a calculated pressure fighter who can also box off the back foot, cutting the ring when he needs to close distance and pivoting smoothly when forced to move laterally. His training camps are legendary among insiders. 3 sessions a day, starting before sunrise with road work to build an iron gas tank, followed by mid-morning sparring against heavier, stronger fighters to sharpen his defensive reflexes, and capped off by afternoon conditioning circuits designed to turn every muscle group into a source of fight-ending power. Coaches praise his obsessive film study even without knowing his next opponent yet. TBA spends hours breaking down styles, tendencies and punch patterns so he can walk into any ring fully prepared to adapt. Fans love his calm personality outside the ropes, a stark contrast to the raw aggression he shows inside them. And this balance of humility and hunger has earned him a loyal following. His last fight was a clinical performance, 12 rounds of dominance where he out-jabbed, outmaneuvered, and outlanded a dangerous veteran who had never been stopped before, proving TBA has both the power to hurt you and the patience to out you. The question now is simple. When the bell rings for his upcoming bout, whoever stands across the ring, will they be ready for a fighter this versatile, this conditioned, and this mentally locked in? Fans are already speculating, will TBA go for another early finish, showcasing his devastating hooks to the body that sap energy and open up brutal uppercuts? Or will he display his ring IQ by staying behind the jab, scoring round after round, until victory is undeniable? Drop your predictions. If you were in TBA's corner, what game plan would you run? Blitz early to test the opponent's chin, or box patiently and drag them into deep waters where his superior conditioning shines? This is what makes boxing special. The unknowns, the debates, and the thrill of watching raw talent evolve into polished greatness. Whether you've followed TBA since his amateur days, where he collected multiple regional titles with slick combinations and a fearless style, or you're just now hearing the buzz, one thing is clear: this fighter is no placeholder, no generic name filling a poster. He's a real threat who trains like every bout could define his career. On fight night, the mystery ends. The crowd will roar, the lights will hit, the bell will sound, and TBA will once again show why his name, soon to be fully revealed, deserves to stand alongside boxing's rising stars.